Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today I want to work on this little Christmas decoration. I know we're getting close to Christmas, but you know, you can put this on the back burner till next year if you want to. I just had so much going on this year, I have not been able to get anything done. But I wanted to do something cute with these ornaments that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I have one that says peace, I have one that says Noel, and yeah, so I wanted to take these off of here and put them on a base. I couldn't figure out what I was going to use, but then I found these big tumbling blocks at Dollar Tree. These were $3 for this big box. You get 54 blocks in there. And then these are the original size blocks that they always have. And let me show you, this is the difference in size of these. Look how big these are. So we're just going to make a base. It's going to be very, very simple. So I already have one glued together because, you know, that's going to take time to dry. So I'm just going to show you how I laid this out and glued it together. So I'm going to take 3 of these right here. Then I'm going to take another 3 like this. And we're just going to glue these all together with some of the super glue wood glue. You know, just put it on the sides, on the ends. And that's how we're going to glue this whole thing together. Then I took 2 more, one on each end like this. And then look at that nice base. And then I wanted to stand up a little bit, so I took 2 more and I glue them right here on the ends like that. So then when you flip them over, you have this cute little table. I love this super glue wood glue. This stuff is amazing. So yeah, this is going to be the base for one. I already have that one glued to save a little time here. And then for the Noel one, I'm going to put these now. The smaller sign, I am just going to use 4 of these big tumbling blocks, like so. And then I'm just going to glue 2 of the smaller ones, tumbling blocks, on the bottom, like this with the super glue wood glue. And I'll have a little base like this. I mean, how simple and cute and easy is that? And this stuff takes like no time to dry. It dries, I mean, within a half an hour, you can work with this stuff. So I'm going to paint these white. So I'm going to use some of the Waverly Snow White chalk paint. So I can paint the base white. And on top of here, I got paint all over me. All I did was take a lid off. I'm on a roll. And then I'm also going to use this little train set here for this big one. And that was one of the, what was it called? The cobblestone corners, the little village things they have at Dollar Tree all the time. And this little train. So I thought that would be cute to use on here. We're going to use the piece on this one. But I want to get this painted white here. I have this all ready. I did take the wheels off the back of them so they would sit on here nice, but they popped right off. So that was not a big deal whatsoever. But I'll show you that. Let's get this here painted first. I'm just going to grab me one of my favorite Dollar Tree brushes here and then just give this a nice coat. I might do 2. We'll see. Sometimes 1 coat is plenty with this. But I really want this to be nice and bright white. So it may take 2 coats. I'm not sure. I'll let you know. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to paint the entire thing with this Waverly white chalk paint. And I think that will be lovely. And really simple. This is really going to be another, I love easy peasy projects. You guys know that. So we're going to make this as easy as we can. Nothing difficult here. There we go. So I'm going to get all the sides, the bottoms, everything. We're just going to paint in this white, and I'm going to paint both of these in that same snow white color. So when this gets dry, we'll come back and start adding these decorations. Okay, these are all nice and dry now. I did do 2 coats on the tops here. I didn't do underneath. I just did 1, but it looks fine. So now we are going to take these blocks off of this string, and it leaves you with some beads and whatnot, and a little tassel if you need it for something. So I'm going to set that over there, and then I am just going to line this up here and figure out exactly where I want them. And my birds are going to be loud now. I hear them out there screaming. So, because I'm just going to line all this stuff up right now, because this is going to go here like so. I want to have enough room to put some of these little trees that they have at Dollar Tree. I don't know what I did with the tag for this. Is this it? No. You know, I have some other ones here, different colors. I have some white ones here. You get 6 of them in these packs of these little trees. So I want to have enough room to have a few of these on here. And then we're going to have our train that goes up across the top. And I think I'm going to add some lights. So I pulled out a pack of these from the Dollar Tree. They have these out now too. They're in different packaging now. I saw at Dollar Tree. They even had colored ones. So, and this will work perfect, so you can stick this up underneath here in the back. I'll show you that when we get to it. All right, so let me get this lined up where I want it. And actually, I think I will glue down the A first, and then I can just kind of line everything else up with that. So if I can pull that out of there real easy. And I'm just going to use hot glue on these, if my hot glue gun's hot enough yet, because I forgot to plug it in until I got in here. There we go. It actually is. Alright, so we are just going to take that and glue that right there, and then that will be our guide to the rest of them. So that is perfect. That's up a little bit higher than this. Oh, I hope this is going to work now. Some of these letters are not perfectly square, but we're going to make it work because it's got to work. Maybe it was just the glue on there. That seems to raise it up a little bit. Alright. I hope this is bright enough in here today. It is so dark and rainy and windy that it's just awful. But at least it's warmer today. It has been so cold. So I'll take a little bit of this rain and gloom just for a little bit of warmer weather here for a couple hours. It's supposed to get really cold again later on. Alright, I think that looks pretty good right there. So there we have our piece glued on here. And now these little guys are going to sit up here on the top. They all hook together, and I don't know why my bird is screaming like a maniac out there. Because she knows I'm videoing, probably. See how perfect that fits on there? Look how cute. Alright, so I'm going to have to glue one of these down first. So we'll start with the engine here. I hope that's in the right spot how I want it. Let me recheck this real quick here. Oh yeah, that's good enough. Okay. And then we're going to go on to this one. But see, it wouldn't fit. The wheels just wouldn't quite fit on here, so that's why I took the back ones off. And you'll never know. So I'll hook that back in there. Glue that down. These are so cute. These are like the cutest little miniature decorations they had, I thought, this year. There we go. And there is our, oops, don't come use that out of there. There. And there's our little train on there. How stinking cute is that? I just thought these would be nice little decorations. You could even give these like as a little gift or something. So I'm gonna, there's different size trees in here, so I want to use, I don't know if I want 3. I might stick one back there. I could probably stick it up higher with a block under there or something. Let's see. Let's just go with the 2 for now, like I had in my head. So we're going to stick one over here, because I want the trees to light up. Those sets of lights that you get from Dollar Tree only have, what is it, 10? No, it has 12 lights on it. So, hopefully that'll work. I'm thinking maybe I could string them in around the train. I don't know, we're going to have to play around with that. Look how cute that is. The little trees. And you could add some like faux snow on here, whatever you want to do. There was so much you could do. I have some of these like little candies. Oh, you know what? I might add those on the front here. These I got from Temu. They're just called flat back embellishments. I've had these for quite a while. But these, I love these. These are my favorite ones that I have, and I think I'm going to put one on each corner just to make this a little more special. I might put a couple of, you know what? I might run them right across the top. I might have to get more out, but how cute are they? Maybe I will. I'll have to go get one more. I think I'm one short here for what I have in my mind now. Yeah, it wasn't not quite sure what I want to do with this. It's kind of evolving as I go along here. But I am very excited. I hope they keep coming out with those big tumbling blocks because they were great to work with and you could do so much with those. Yep, I'm going to have to get up and get one more. That's okay. Oh, that's going to be cute. All right, let me grab one more. All right, I got one more here. Let's do that here on the front. That looks good right there. All right. So I did decide I wanted another tree back here. So I'm going to take one of these little wooden craft blocks they have. These are from Dollar Tree too. They're just these little 15 millimeter little cubes, they're called. Wood craft cubes from Dollar Tree. And I painted it white on 4 of the sides here. I left the top and the bottom plain. So I'm going to take one more of these little trees and glue it right on top of that block. And that should raise it up just enough to put that behind the gingerbread man. Alright, so let's see. I think that looks good right there. This thing's going to be so cute. Alright, now the only thing I have to do is put the lights on. This is going to be really simple too. So to be able to have your switch out here where you can access it, we're going to put this in the back. And we are just going to hot glue this. And I think I may have to do it sideways because it's going to show too much from the front. So I think we're going to put it on this way. But you don't want to put the glue on the side where the screw is because you want to be able to get in here and change the batteries. So let me get some more glue. So I'm just going to put this down in the corner here. Yeah, I was going to put it the other way, but it's going to show too much from the front. So we're just going to put a bunch of glue on this baby and just put it right here. That way you can just reach underneath there and turn it on and off. Easy peasy. And then I think I'm going to try to get a few little lights on the tree and then maybe go across the train there. I think that would look adorable. This would be great, like in a little kid's room or something. Once I get all these glue webs off of here. Alright, so now I just have to mess with these lights. This is always a nightmare for me, trying to figure out exactly how to get these lights on the right way. But we'll figure it out here. Alright, so we have 12 lights. So if I put 2, 4, 6, or maybe 3, 6, 9, no, it's only going to leave me 3. So maybe I'll try to get 2 lights on each tree at least. I'm going to have to hook this down here too, because this is kind of a pain, this wire. So let's hook that underneath here and keep that in place. And I've hot glued these lots of times before. It doesn't seem to bother the wires whatsoever. So yep. There we go. Hopefully that's going to stay there. Alright, so now to get this light to be right in front of the tree. This is the tricky part. Because, you know, you don't want to hide them in the back. So put that up there. And maybe I can wrap this around and have another light. Yeah, these are rough. But you know what? They are very, very bendy. So we'll get that stuck right in there. And this is long enough that it's kind of going to go in between the light bulbs. But I could bring this through this way. I don't know. You know what? Let me turn the light on. It's kind of easier to see what I'm doing. Alright, so I don't want that right there. This might be easier to wrap around this thing to hold it in place. Nope, that's not going to look nice. Well, you know what? I'm going to stop this camera here because this could take me a while. And let me figure this out, and then I'll just kind of show you. Maybe if I go up and down. If I go down back here and then back up here. Because I kind of want one towards the top. All right. And then if we wrap it around, I know I'm still talking, right? I haven't even reached over to shut that off. But I only want 2 lights on here because I think we're not going to have enough. I mean, you could use a longer strand of lights too if you wanted to. But if I can get these to just wrap in around this. Nope, see, that's not going to look nice either. All right, I'm going to pause this video. Let me figure out exactly what I want to do here, and then I will show you guys what I do. All right. It's just going to take a lot of messing around with. I just kind of wrapped around. I ended up with 2 lights on each one of the trains. I ended up 2 lights on each one of the trees. So it came out really cute. That's going to be adorable. It's very, let me turn a light off here. Let's see if that helps. Sometimes the lights don't show up very well on the video. But yeah, how stinking cute is that with the trees lit and the little engine and all the little decorations all the way down to the caboose. So yeah, and then you just have right here to turn it on and off. Easy peasy. All right. So the next one I'm not lighting. I'm just making a cute little, just a really quick, simple little DIY with that one. All right, let's shut this off for a minute. There we go. I love that. I'm so happy with that. All right, so there is that. So now we're going to take our other ones that we put together here. We're going to take our Noel. This is, they were just calling this water. This was an ornament decoration. And my little beads over there, save them for another thing. And figure out exactly where these are going. Right here. Perfect. Now that lines up right with that center line, so that makes my life easy. Okay, so let's glue these down. This one's going to be real quick. Real quick, real simple. But you know, you can always make this light up too if you want it to. So here is our Noel. Some of these blocks are not perfect. Good enough. And then I thought I would use these really cute little carolers and little trios on here. I thought would be nice. These, if I do it that way, it's not going to cover these holes. Let's see. I think what I could do, if I just want to add these, let me see. I'm going to get my wire cutters here and destroy this tree. I could put these in that hole and still keep this one here. Or we'll put the carolers there and put these trees on the end. That might even be a better idea. I think it is. Let's see. Is this going to work out for me? Am I going to have I will have the room. Perfect. So you got to mess around with things sometimes. Whoa. That flew right across the room. All right. Let's glue these little trees in these holes. This little tree is going to go right in the center. That's going to work out just lovely. And then our little carolers. We'll cover up those holes. Now I'm going to kind of angle them so they're kind of towards the tree a little bit. Oh, I think that's very adorable. That one's a little close. Can I get you off? Yes. Hang on. Let me move that one just a little bit. I don't like where it was. That's better. And you could add other things to this too if you wanted to, like a pretty... I have some pretty little bows. Do I have any here? I don't know if they would look nice or not. You could add this little bow to the front. Just to get... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna. Just to give it a little something extra here. Just because we can. Yeah, if you don't like the bow, don't you have the bow. But I think that makes it look really special. Because I don't really have anything, decorations that'll just blend in here with the Noel. Although I could put on some of these snowflakes. I wonder how they would look like even on the Noel sign. Yep. Some of these little snowflakes. These I also get from Temu. You get like 100 of them for like, I don't know, not even $2, I don't think. And they're fun to decorate with. I use these on a lot of different things. Oh, I like that. I might put a few more down here just to make this thing pop a little. Hopefully I have enough so I don't have to get up again. I have all these little doodads here in a bowl. And if not, no, I have plenty. Alright, so we're just going to put a couple more on here. Just to make these pretty. To kind of finish that edge off a little bit too, honestly. Oh, I think that's adorable. Like I said, you want to add lights to this one too? You could do that too if you wanted to. I'm done messing with lights for today. It's worse than putting them on the tree. Alright, how does that look? I think that looks absolutely lovely. It might have looked better with a little pine or something. But yeah, whatever you want to do. But how cute and easy is this little project? And I love the bases to this. But that is it. That is my projects for today. I will clean this mess up, take a few pictures of these to put at the end of the video. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this project. And I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.